Don't miss out on important news. Our videos are being deleted. So if you don't want to be cut off from honest news, take a moment to sign up for our newsletter at newsletter.ntd.com so you don't lose access to NTD. Go to newsletter.ntd.com to sign up for our evening newsletter.
Chris Buckner thought his son Dylan had the perfect life.
I thought he had just tons of friends, never knew anyone that he didn't like or didn't like him. He was a tremendous athlete, was always very good at whatever he tried to do.
Dylan was a high school quarterback, making the varsity team as a sophomore, and he planned to play football in college. He and his father were going to spend last summer touring Ivy League schools. Instead, they spent it under lockdown. His parents had no idea at the time he was battling with depression.
So when we received a call from the police that Sunday night in September that Dylan had made the first attempt on his life, we thought they were calling the wrong number. We just didn't think it was possible.
Buckner says parents think they'll be able to tell if their child is battling with depression or considering suicide. Some think their kid would ask for help.
Suicide is an irrational, impulsive act. Your kids are not going to tell you. You're not going to see the signs. They're going to hide those signs from you.
In January, Dylan went to a hotel near his house and jumped to his death. Buckner says his son would still be with him today if it weren't for the lockdown.
And what I think has emerged since then as we see the impact of that lockdown on children's mental health, on the economy, on small business. We now have a vaccine for the disease. I think the measures need to appropriately change in response to that.
He says he thinks the negative effects of not going to school may stay with some kids for the rest of their lives. And for the loved ones of teens who have taken their own lives, the grief never fully leaves.
It was just the best part of my life, and getting to watch him grow up and graduate from high school and go on to college and get married and have grandkids. I mean, it's all gone.
By telling his story, Buckner is trying to spread awareness of teen depression and suicide, hoping to spare other parents and children from going through what his family did.
Bankruptcy is threatening local Parisian shops more than ever. They've been hit especially hard by restrictive measures that prevent tourists in the country. NTD's French correspondent David Vives interviews the owner of a well-loved sweet shop.
At 84 years old, Denise Acabo feels full of energy when she works in her shop of 45 years. Here she sells fine chocolates and premium candy. The treats come from all across France, like this chocolate clementine from Corse Island.
When you put it in your mouth, you have to roll it around inside. If you gobble it down in a few seconds, I'm not selling it to you.
Everyone from French presidents to American actors have visited her shop, but the tourists are the most important customers. Tourism is a top economy activity in France, but since the first lockdown last year, many businesses are going bankrupt.
Last year, during the first lockdown, I was earning like €6 a day. One day I got 30 euros. That was a good day. I was just sinking, crying every evening.
The fate of Acabo's shop is uncertain. She's already 2 months late on her rent, and her daughter is pressing her to sell the shop. But she's keeping faith, and her routine goes on. She tells the stories behind the candies to every client, and believes one day American tourists will be back.
The American tourists used to empty my shelves of Cousins de Lyon. They loved it so much.
You have Cousins de Lyon? Yes, I have Cousins de Lyon.
Acabo decorates her shop with presents from visitors. Paris residents also come to comfort her, knowing she needs support.
I come regularly. I like chocolate, and it seems this place has a soul. I feel good when I'm here.
She says the lockdown has changed the face of the French capital.
These are very, very hard times. A lot of shop owners have sold their shops. Something is changing in Paris. I try to tell myself, just live each day as it is. We don't know what's going on.
Some of the restrictive measures will be lifted on May 7th. For Acabo, it's one step closer to the day tourists will return. David Vives, NTD News, Paris.
And for the French, who spend more time than any other nation eating and drinking, there may be a solution to allow them to enjoy fine dining in their own home, even under lockdown restrictions.
France is still observing a nighttime curfew from 7 p.m. every day due to the pandemic. Restaurants have been forced to close down, but if you have enough money, private chefs can bring fine dining to your home. A trained private chef in France says she was busy before the pandemic. Now she's even busier and serves between 60 and 80 meals a month.
Now it's true that I have to turn down a lot of requests because I can't split myself in two. It's a bit complicated, but yes, there is a very significant demand.
According to a government decree, private chefs are allowed to serve meals at their customers' homes amid the current restrictions. So for people who used to eat out, private chefs are proving popular.
Company executives used to organize work dinners or lunches with their clients, and now they have to stay at home and invite their clients there, obviously within the limits of the law.
She takes bookings from private individuals, brings her ingredients to their home, and uses their equipment to prepare and serve restaurant-quality dishes. Last Friday, she was booked by a customer to prepare lunch for her and her mother.
We obviously want to go out, see our friends and family, and share meals with them, but we can't. So this is recreating that moment of exchange at home, and it's really great for that. So I am very pleased.
She says she operates within the rules and doesn't work for gatherings of more than 6 people or work after the 7 p.m. curfew. But her service is not within the reach of every Parisian. A lunch for 2 comes in at 170 euros or about £150 per person.
And it looks like everyone working from home wants alternative workplaces. One London firm is offering a pre-made home office that you can set up right in your backyard. NTD's Colin Frederickson takes a look.
On the outskirts of London, an unexpected consequence of the pandemic. Garden offices like this one are seeing high demand as part of a trend toward alternative workplaces.
In the first 2 weeks, we got like hundreds of emails from everywhere.
The modular home office is designed to be a cozy hideout for gardens and courtyard spaces.
So everyone was like really squeezed in their living room spaces, while in the backyard there was a garden or there was an empty space that could be used. The first client, it was like someone that's had to work from home, has a family and probably 2 kids, and he desperately needed a safe place where to concentrate.
The 8-foot-tall structure is digitally fabricated, then constructed on site in about a day. A basic module cost about $7,000. The company is hoping to deliver about 15 units this year. One client from Norway is expecting hers later this month.
I do my trombone practicing, I do my paint, everything in the same room. And I just thought I need a space where I have something for my mind and something that can give me more clarity.
And she's looking forward to showing off her new workplace on video calls.
It will be a multi-use place. I will definitely have the space to do my work and the envy of my colleagues on the Zoom calls and team calls when they see my background.
The design firm's co-founder says they're now looking into offering more choices, like different exterior options, internal finishes, and customized furniture sets. Colin Frederickson, NTD News.